and our abdominals. But obviously we're going to also start with our balance as usual, and we'll finish with our balance as usual. Girls, Anna and Alba, they're going to be joining us as well. So I'm going to get started, and actually it's not 9:30 yet, so we will just have a look, say hi, and then we'll get into position. So we're going to stand up, and hopefully the girls are going to behave. So we're going to stand up and separate our feet to hip width distance apart. And we've got our ankles, knees and hips stacked on top of one another. I'm going to be back further. Hopefully Anna doesn't get in the way. So hands onto the lower abs, keep your shoulders relaxed. Take a breath in through your nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe out, stomach moves in through the nose and out through the mouth. You're feeling your stomach move in as you breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep the shoulders down, hands a bit higher, breathing in and sighing out. One more, breath in, sighing out, and the arms come down. So inhale and the arms come up. Exhaling and arms come to the side. Inhale, arms move forward. Sighing out, exhale. Inhale up, and then bring the arms straight down. Now we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet and we stay lifted, and then exhale, arms come to the side. Inhale, arms shift forward, and then exhaling, arms go to the side. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, arms rising up, and then we're going to bend the knees, arms come down, your heels stay lifted. So we're off our heels, just the arms. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, take them to the side. Inhale, arms move forward. Sighing out to the side. Inhale, arms rising up. And then exhale, come down a little bit more. Not ayahuasca, cut, this is hummus. Arms on their own, inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale to the side. Inhale, rising up. And then come down just that fraction more. Alright, so we're going to come up and lower our heels down. And let's get into some hip opening balancing. Arms to the side. We've got our right leg that's going to be doing the movement. So inhale, lift. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. And then lower down, but just gently touch down. And again, inhale, knee up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale and lower. Anna. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. See, I mean, we've got to just keep on going through the distraction. Kids around, like I said, you might have your pets running all over you. We just keep going. Inhale up. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Lower it down. Two more. We'll practice that entry supine. One more, please, and then we'll swap sides. Now, I know the arms are probably starting to burn, but let's keep it up. So, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale and lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, side. Inhale, center. Exhale and lower. A few more like this. Who's feeling the shoulders burn a bit? Yeah? Exhale to the side, inhale to the center, exhale and lower. Keep the belly braced. We've got three more. Alba was supposed to be training, but she's decided that hunger has taken precedence over exercise, so she's eating instead. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale and lower it down. Let's bring our feet back to hip width. Arms come down, and let's just give them a shoulder roll. They're probably feeling nice and sore, so we just want to relax out a little bit. Alright, we're going for a little bit more balance here. So bring the legs together, and we're going to pick up our right leg, and then we're going to just cross our fingers over, and we've got our toe pointed. Now in a moment what we're going to do is bring our hands underneath and extend the leg forward. So we've got a flexed foot, and then again your arms are going to go out to the side. Yeah. Hold it, just got 4 breaths. It's very intense. Yeah. So bend the leg in, lower it down, and let's bring our left leg up, holding on with the left hand initially, and then lace the fingers over, shoulders relaxed, then bring the hands under. And then from here we're going to extend the leg in front and then arms come out. We breathe. You might find one side's easier than the other. 2 more. And bring it on in, lower it down, and lower the arms down. Let's just go for our tree pose, and then we'll get into our abs and into our back. So right foot, place it along the side of the left leg, and then the hands can either be down to the heart, third eye, or we lift. Shoulders, keep them relaxed, and if you can, you're going to take your eye gaze up for me. And keep thinking about that breath, that every time you breathe out, you're feeling your stomach move in, back towards the spine. Shout out to Ellie, and to Emmy, and to Tommy, and to Patty, and to Rosie if you're out there. We love you guys. A few more breaths. 2 more. Now gently bring the arms down, and we're going to change to the other side. Comes limpio, por favor, Ana. Ana está pisando en su plato. Hands to the center, at the heart, at your third eye, or we lift. Remember to keep the shoulders down and take the eye gaze up. Keep thinking about the breathing. Ana, por favor, ven más acá, puedes ver. Eso. Mira arriba. 3 more breaths here. Bring the arms down. Let's release the foot, and now we're going to come down onto the mat. So I'm just going to bring the screen down a little bit, face it down, and then we're going to come down and we'll start with actual planks. You can see a few puzzles around the room. Anna's been busy at work this morning with her puzzles. Okay, so we're going to come down onto the mat. Anna, por favor, no tocas. And we're going to start with our planks. Have water anytime you need it, and let's continue with the workout. So let's start with our hands and our feet. So we're in a full plank to begin with. Our shoulders are away from the ears. Your legs, if you can, you're going to zip them up and push your weight into your heels. And then think about the breath. It's in through the nose and out through the mouth. Your weight is in the fingertips rather than into the palms, and that way you're not going to feel too much pressure through your wrists. We're going to go for a couple more breaths, and then we'll go for our side planks. So these ones working your deep core abs, the frontal abs, but now we're going to move into the obliques. So take one hand into the center, you're going to turn, stack the legs, and then lift one arm up, driving the hips up for me. Keep this going. So if you're feeling any stiffness in your neck, you can take your eye gaze down, otherwise looking up, and keep on breathing. Hola, Tommy and Patty. Anna's saying hi to you guys. 2 more breaths. Okay, back to the center. So you just want to reset, make sure your palms are underneath your shoulders, weight into those fingertips, and continue with the breathing. I hope that the girls are distracting you in a good way. I know when I have clients in the house, they say it's a good distraction, but you might find it's a bad distraction, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry. A few more breaths. Tonight I'll be repeating and I won't have them with me. 2 more breaths. Anna. Okay, other way. So we're taking the other hand in. Twist and lift. So you're looking up at your hand or looking down at the other arm rather than looking straight ahead. And keep on breathing.
Oh, your tummy.
No mantis. Okay, coming back to the center, please. So now we're back into the center. We've got our palms underneath. We're pushing down into the fingers. And we're going to inhale, hover your body forward, and then exhale, push your body weight back. Now we're going to do this, keeping our body nice and straight, so we don't let our bottom lift as we move our weight back. 4 more. 2 more, and then we're going to come onto our elbows. Okay, so lowering down onto your elbows, and we're going to continue with this. So it's a long set. You're going to be feeling probably a burn in your abs, definitely in your arms, but your wrists are now going to have the break.
No.
And we continue the breath. Two more breaths. Now team, we're going to bring one elbow in, turn, stack, lift. So we're bringing the arm up again, and it's easier to do the legs stacked in this position than it is when you're up on your hand. So if you couldn't do it on your hand, try it now, because we've got more surface area on the mat by your whole forearm there, so it should be easier. This is arm with the elbow. 2 more breaths. Anakohio tu agua. Back to the center, please. And keep your body nice and flat. You don't want to have any bottoms lifting in the air. Keep this coming. 4 more breaths. And then we're going to take the other arm in and twist to go the other way. Lifting up, again, excuse the back. We want to make sure we're even. So we always do everything on both sides. How's this interesting too?
No, I don't.
4 more breaths before we come to center. And then come back to the center, please. So we're continuing with the center, shoulders away from the ears, belly button braced. Do 4 more really, really deep breaths, and I promise I'll give you a bit of a break. Guess what? You're there. Knees together, knees apart, toes together, and sit back. Faster in front of me. Now we're going to just go down onto our mat, and we're going to lie on our back. So have a flip over, and let's get into some abs to keep the burn happening. So feet together, toes are pointed up, chin tucked into the chest, head and shoulders are lifted. Breath in, exhale, rise up. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale and rise it up. So inhale to lower, exhale to lift. As you're coming up, you're checking out your tummy, and you're seeing that it's moving down. It's only going to be moving down if you're doing the proper breathing and contracting in. Keep this going a few more times. 2 more, and then we're going to go smaller. Vas a comenzar conmigo. Perdiste todos los planches. Coming up, and then come back just halfway. And then we're going to lift again. Exhale on the lift. Inhale on the lower. So it's a small move. You're seeing your tummy move down as you rise up. Few more breaths. Do 2 more, and then we're going for very small ones. So coming up, and then just a centimetre back. Now you can hear Alva struggling. It's because little kids have bigger heads for their body, so it's harder for them to do the crunch. It's easy for them to do things with legs in the air. Their legs are nice and light. 4 more. Don't let those arms rest on the mat at all. They can have them behind the head, behind the neck, forward on your tummy. But listen, we're going to hold at the sticking point now and bring the arms forward. And we're going to go for a roll up. So if you feel like you need help with the roll up, use your elbow, hold on underneath, or go for the straight leg version. So breath to prepare. And let's peel. Super slow, coming up to seated position. Sit tall, and then we're going to come back halfway and just stop there. Move the legs away and be on your heels. Palms are facing downward, and then all we're going to do is exhale and twist to one side. Yay! Inhale, bring it back to the center, and then exhale, go the other side. So inhale, come to the center, exhale and twist. Inhale, center, and exhale, go again. We're just going to do 1 more each way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms out to the side. And so the arms are side or even back further. So you see my arms are a little bit further back, and that makes it a little bit harder. And we're just going to hold this position still. 4 breaths.
No, Mommy. No.
And bring the arms forward again, palms together, and then just slowly take yourselves back. Ease it, ease it, ease it, ease it, ease it, and stop there. Bring the legs back in again, and then hold on onto your head, and we're crunching again. Exhale, lift. So I'm not giving you a break in between each set. Exhale, rise, and that will make us fatigue a little bit more. So exhale as you rise, inhale as you lower. Four more. So use that breath, team. Now we're going to go smaller. So come up to sticking point, then come back halfway, and then up again. Exhale as you rise, inhale as you lower. Do four more, and then we're going for little ones. So you're feeling this burn, I'm hoping, in the upper abdominal region from your belly button up. Now we're going for really little ones. So come up and then just a centimetre back. So tiny lift and lower. Little lift and lower. Feel that burn coming into the abdominals, especially this is given the second round. Second round is way more challenging. Just four more. So hold this one up, bring the arms forward. Like before, if you couldn't roll up, legs away straight, hold on underneath or use your elbow. Let's peel. All the way to a seated position. You sit tall once you get to the top, and then you come back halfway again. So you're pushing your lower back forward, your belly's braced, shoulders away from the ears, and then what we're going to do is just start to walk the legs up and down. This is still attacking into deep core abs, upper more than lower, but we will focus on the lower shortly. Step, 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 step. Just we've got 8 more. Shoulders relaxed. Last 2. Okay, stop there. Breath in, and then just gently we're going to roll ourselves all the way back to start round 3. So we're not having a break. Breath in, and then roll up again. So inhale to lower, exhale to lift. And just keep on checking your abs and making sure that they're moving and pulling down as you're rising up. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Slow and control. Four more. Now we're four more. Okay, hold this one up, bring the arms forward, and then just slowly, let's peel. You know your options if you need to. Straighten those legs. Coming up straight, coming back halfway, and then open your legs out, bring the arms in the middle. And all we're going to do is step in together and out. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you're curious what the girls are eating, they're eating pita bread with avocado and hummus and pepino. The hummus and the pepino, hummus and the cucumbers apart, and the avocado's on a different one. And they've got some hava beans and some almonds, if you're interested. 4 more. And stop there. Arms come open and then just gently roll back. And this time I promise you're going to get a break. Super slow, super slow. You're going to feel that intense burn all the way through the upper abs. And then just take your arms and legs away. Have a stretch. Good job. If you need to have a drink, please do so. Now we're going to get into some of the lower abdominals. So we've got our legs up. 90-degree angle at the knee, 90-degree angle at the hip. Tummy, tennis, you have to have it braced. And every time you breathe out, if you bring your fingers underneath your back, you're going to feel that it's weighting your back, because your back is going to be pushing down with the weight of the abs contracting down. So what we're doing is we're going to unhinge from the hip and touch down, keeping the 90-degree angle at the knee. Unhinge from the hip and then bring it back up. So exhale, you're coming down. Inhale, bring it up. We're going like that. So you're relaxing your head, you're relaxing your shoulders, you're definitely not relaxing the abs though. And you should feel that your lower abs are tensing up each time you lower your foot down to the mat. We're doing it with a pointed toe initially. Inhale to go down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you go down. Do 4 more, and then I'm going to ask you to do a double leg with me. Now, if you find the double leg is too challenging, then please just stay with the single leg. But I'm going to do 2 more with this single leg, and then I'm going to do the double. So option to double it up, join me now. When I'm doing the double, my legs aren't leaning on each other. They're slightly separated so that they're working independently, but at the same time. We're just going for a few more. Now, if you find your back is starting to arch and there's any discomfort there, you've got 2 options. You go back to the single leg, or you just don't go down as far to touch down. I'm doing 4 more. Just 2 to go. Keep the brace there. Now, I promise I am going to give you a stretch now. So bring the legs in. You can be touching with the legs, and then they're just going to go around in a circular motion. So that was intense. It's intense in the back too. I know it is. Reverse the legs the other way. And then we're going to go into the same exercise, but instead of having a pointed toe, we're going to do it with a flexed foot. So again, legs are up at the 90-degree angle at your hip, 90-degree angle at your knee, but you've got a flexed foot now. Unhinge from the hip, heel touch down, single leg. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you come down. Inhale as you bring it up, exhale as you lower. Now have a quick check that you're lowering your leg and contracting the tummy down and weighting the back. Inhale as you bring it up, exhale as you lower down. Keep this going a few more times. Toma água, por favor. Toma água. 2 more. Your option is to join me after this one with the double leg. If you don't want to, you continue single. And again, double leg touch down and bring it back up. Inhale, lift, exhale, and lower. Remember, you've got to contract in tight and push the weight into your back. 4 more. Está jugando, está haciendo su rompecabezas. Just 2 more and we stretch again. It's intense. I know it is. I know I can feel it too. Okay, bring the knees in and then just go around in a circular motion once more. And then reverse the circle the other way. And I'm going to get you to bring yourselves up to a knee position. So I'm going to have to move the screen again. And we're going to be on our knees, and we're going to continue with the ab component of the class, but we're going to work the waist in isolation now. So you've got your legs wider than your hips. Sorry. Okay, so you've got your knees a little bit wider than your hips, and I'm going to ask you to take your right arm behind your left and hold on to your left arm. If you can't reach around to hold on, just have the arm rested in the small of your back. So what we're going to do is we're going to just do some breaths, moving down, exhaling. Inhale, bring it back up. Inhale to come up, exhale down. Exhaling down. Keep that going, Sam, please. Puedes apagarlo. Oh, bien. Está bien, está perfecto ya. ¿Quieres traer tus rompecabezas aquí? Deslizarlo para que pueda mostrar la pantalla. Mueve las rompecabezas acá. No, estos, para que muestren que tú has terminado. 2 more, and we're going to make it a bit more intense. Sí, por acá. Alright, so we're going to take our right leg out to the side. Our arms are coming up, and then we're exhaling down. And then inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, move it down. Sácate mi mat. And después coges otros, todos. I'm getting Anna to bring in her puzzles. that she's been doing this morning. A little bit hard to see. Keep this going. Oops, yeah. Oh, red Lala. 2 more. Now this one we're going to go down and we're going to hold it. Baja de tu pierna y los otros pies. When she started puzzles a couple of months ago, she was struggling and she's just flourishing now. She's doing very well with her puzzles. She can do quite a few pieces. So open the arms out and then we're going to just move down a little bit further and just holding here. So this is putting weight on your left knee and your left leg, but it's making your right waist work harder. It's the top waist that's working. No, es por la otra vez ahí. Okay, so we're going to bring our left arm under you and our right arm's going to go behind you, and this is just an option. If you want to make it harder, you twist so your heart goes up, so your bottom shoulder forward, top shoulder back, and then go down a little bit further. No, this is por la otra. 2 more breaths. And now what we're going to do is bring our hand down onto the mat solidly and then take your right arm over. You're going to push into your right leg and without moving your body up too much, lift the left arm. It's a struggle. 2 more breaths. And bring the arm back down, bring the leg in, and let's have a break. That should have felt very intense on your right waist. So we're going to just have a quick stretch. So take your arm over. And then take your left arm over. We will get to our left side in a moment. And then just give our neck a bit of a stretch. So head over to one side. And then head comes over to the other side. And let's do everything on the other side. So you're back up again, your legs are a little bit wider than your hips. And you have your left arm behind your right this time. Breath in, move on down. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhale and coming down. That must be my little one being a little bit naughty now. She's throwing the puzzle box down the stairs. I just opened a new puzzle this morning for Alba. It's 1,000 pieces and it's going to keep them distracted for a while. 4 more and then we'll move on. 2 to go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our left leg out. We're going to bring ourselves over to the side. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, moving down. Inhale, bringing up. Exhale and move it down. So inhale as you lift arms, stay narrow. Exhale as you come down. We're just doing 4 more like that, and then we'll hold it. So this is all about your left waist now. Hold this one down for me. So stay here. Arms are strong, shoulders are relaxed. We're breathing. Now open the arms out and we continue with this deep breath. Arms are like a wingspan, so we want to think really long but relax the shoulders in the process. So they might be up here, no. Down, relaxed, long arms. 4 more breaths. A little bit more of a strain. Bring your right arm under, left arm back, open the heart, so the bottom shoulder forward, top shoulder back, and then go down a little bit more. If the rotation feels too intense in your back, just hold your waist without rotating. You should be rotating enough that it's easier to look up than it is to look down. Just 2 more breaths. Wonderful. Find the mat with your hand. Now what we're going to do is take our left arm over, push into your left leg more, and then lift up. Right arm. Holding here, balancing. 4 more breaths. And bringing it on in. Whew, good job. That's our waist component done. Have a seat and let's go for a stretch again. Taking the arm over. And then over to the other side. And now let's stretch our neck out a little bit. So head over to one side. And then we'll change to the other side, please. And now we're going to come onto all fours to work our back a little bit. And I'm just going to move the screen down so you can see a little bit more. Oh, you can see a bit more of the mess at the same time. There are puzzles that needing to be done and food on the plate. That's life living in the house in quarantine, isn't it? Is it quarantine? Self-isolation, I think is the word I'm looking for. All right, so you're on all fours here. So you've got your hands underneath your shoulders, you've got your knees underneath your hips. We're not moving our arms, so if you want for your wrists, you can make a fist and be up on your wrists so that your wrists aren't feeling any discomfort. This is the back component we're working now. So we're going to take one leg away and flex the foot. Inhale, lift the heel and double toe tap. Inhale and tap, tap. Tap, tap, lift. Yeah, down, down and up. Bonita, rompo cabeza, has it, Shell? Yeah, so going tap, tap, lift. This is working your lower back and your glutes. 2 more. To the diagonal, go. Down, down, lift. So the same leg's working, but now it's out on the diagonal. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. 4 more. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Keep the tummy braced. Last one. And hold it up. Bring it on in. Point your toes. You're going to hate me, but we're staying here a little bit longer. Now, whatever leg you're using, I want the opposite arm to come up and just go into a nice, strong, straight line. Opposite arm and leg are lifted. For your eyes, you want to look slightly forward of the fingers that are down on the mat, just so you don't feel too much pressure on your neck. Yeah, 4 more breaths. And bring it on in. Let's go to the other side. No break yet. So flex the foot, inhale, lift the heel, double toe tap. Remember, you can make a fist and be on your knuckles. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, lift. So we're going for a few more like this. As you tap down, you're doing a double exhale. It's called the percussion breath. 2 more. To the diagonal. Keep this going, yeah? Down, down, and up. It's ponies. I don't know if you can see it. I keep breaking a puzzle every time I lift it. No, it's hard to see with the glare of the sun outside, I think. So we're at the diagonal. 4 more. Last 2. Hold it up. Point the toe. Bring that foot in and then take the other arm away. I was listening to Husey and Ed the other day and they were talking about the Prime Minister saying that going to buy puzzles is an essential item that you need in case you're stuck in the house with your kids. Luckily, we had all these essential items in the house beforehand. Going shopping sounds like the last thing I think anyone wants to do. 4 more breaths. And bringing it on down. Good job. You deserve a stretch. So toes together, knees apart. Let's sink back. And we're going to get into some more back exercises on our tummy. So if you can lie on your mats for me, you might angle it away, up front. Then maybe you can see a little bit better. So you're going to just have your arms crossed initially, and you can have your chin or your forehead on the mat. We're lifting our legs, and we're going to actually lift our arms. So if you want, you can keep your arms there and keep your head rested, or you bring your arms out in front. So both arms and legs are lifted, And then we're going to lift up higher. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Four more. Just two more and then we'll bring the arms in, the legs will keep going. So bring the arms on under. You can again rest your chin or your forehead. And then inhale, lift the legs, open the legs, sorry, and then double clap, percussion breath again. Open, yeah? And this is a nice break for your neck because it probably felt a little bit tense before. Tap, tap, open. Tap, tap, open. A few more. Last one, and we're going to hold it open now and lift the legs higher. And then the option is to stay with your head down or bring your arms into a V so they're open as well. Shoulders relaxed and lift up. Breathe it. Tighten the back. 4 more breaths. Very, very intense in your upper and lower back. Bring the arms in, keep the legs lifted, but now bring them actually together. And we're going to just lift them up and lower them down. They're touching. So now the feet are together, so your legs are squeezed and the thighs are coming together. 4 more. Hold these ones up. Now bring your fingers together. Palms are together and lift up. You can keep your forehead down if you need to. Just 4 more breaths. And bringing it on in. Arms underneath, feet come down and push up into your cobra. Let's have a nice release in through your back. If it's too intense being in the cobra, you can be down onto your elbows and pulling forward into what is called the sphinx. So that's a little bit gentler on your wrists and on your back. A few more breaths here and then we're going to continue with a little bit more back from all fours. Heart rate going up a little bit, team? Hope so. Toes together, knees apart. Sit back in between your legs again. Should feel like a really nice release there in your back. Onto all fours again. Let's continue with a bit more back. So we've got our knees underneath our hips, our hands under the shoulders. We're taking one leg away. It doesn't matter which leg. And I want the opposite arm away. And all we're doing is pulling them towards one another as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring them in. So opposite arm and leg, obviously. If you're doing the same arm and leg, you're going to lose balance pretty quick. So you'll know something's not right. 4 more here. Hold this one up for me. Take it to the diagonal. Breath in and then pull in from the diagonal. Take it out to the diagonal. Yeah, and pull it in. Little bit of a shake going on is absolutely normal. Yeah, 4 more. It means your body's fatiguing. You've been working. Last 2. Hold it up. Bring it on straight and lower it down. And we're going straight to the other side. So holding opposite arm and leg, breath to prepare you, pull them in, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale and exhale. Exhale and bring it in. So inhale as you rise, exhale as you lower. 4 more, please. Hold it up. Go to diagonal and then pull in once more. It's getting harder, isn't it? Do 3 more only and then we're done with the back on all fours and we'll do a little bit more back on our tummy. Last one. And straighten it out and we lower it down and let's again go for a stretch. Toes together, knees apart, pushing on back. And then come onto your tummies again for me, please. We're going to inhale to open, exhale, double clap again. Inhale and it's going to be a shorter sequence on our tummies now because we did a lot before. Do 4 more and then we're going to do fast claps without the opening to hold. 2 to go. Okay, listen team, bring the legs in closer and fast claps, and then you're going to feel really awkward, but you're going to do some claps with the arms going up and down as your legs are going in and out. How are you going with this, Al? Clapping, clapping, clapping. 2 more. 4 more deep breaths. Keep fast with the arms and the legs. And stop. Good job. Bring the hands underneath, push back to the child's pose. Woo. Nice and strong, those exercises. I'm going to just do 1 more back exercise before we come up to standing. And this back exercise is going to be on our knees. So I'm going to just move the screen again. And what you want to do is have your legs with your knees separated a bit wider than the hips. And we're going to be moving forward from the hips. I'll show you side on before I turn to the front again. So you're going to move forward, and you're moving forward so much that your feet are going to come off the mat, and so you're actually resting on your knees. So arms coming forward. Inhale, bring the arms forward more. Exhale, and squeeze the shoulder blades. So inhale, coming forward. Exhale and squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, coming up. Inhale up. Exhale and squeeze. Do 4 more, please. So this is all about the upper back, and that definitely deserves attention. We give a lot to the lower back in Pilates, but the upper back is equally as important. 2 more, and then we're going to keep it back in this position. 1 more. So we're staying back, holding back here. So legs are still lifted. See how I'm leaning forward, so I have to have my feet up, and then puffs. Just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. Very strong in the upper back, the shoulders, so let's give that area a bit of a stretch. Take the head over to the side. A bit more of a release. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely feel my heart rate is lifted a little bit. Come over to the other side, please. And then get a quick drink if you need one, and then come to standing. We're going to do some balance exercises before we finish up for the morning session today. And you can, of course, join me again in the evening. I'm just going to move. Classic. No. Sorry, Tim. All right. So balance time. Going into our star. So coming up to one side, lifting up. And this is just cementing all the waist work that we did before, making it a little bit more challenging. Separate the toes of your supporting foot so that they're not bunching up, so every muscle is doing the work. Now open the arms up, turn the foot outward, and start to tip forward into what is called the floating half moon. So you're coming close to the mat but not touching down. But you want to try and keep your heart turning forwards. Straight leg is ideal because it will give you a stretch. 4 more breaths. See. And come on up into the high star on the other side. So we're lifting up, bracing the belly. You should feel, have a quick feel. It's tight, activated there in the waist. Two more breaths. Now open out the arms, turn the foot, and let's head to our floating half moon. Keep turning the heart forward. 4 more breaths. Bringing it on in, team. Good job. We'll just do our tree pose and that will be enough for today. So right foot along the side of the left leg, digging the heel in, opening the knee out, racing in through the core, and then your hands like before will stay down at either the heart. Find your third eye, or we lift. Keep the shoulders relaxed, and if you can, tip your chin upward so that you're looking up. And you should find that you've got more balance now than you did at the start, because we've worked our core so solidly, and the whole point of balance is to keep you, prevent you from falling as we get older. So that's why we work the balance. But that's the whole beauty of Pilates, it's instant gratification. We are more stable than we were at the start. Bring the arms down. Let's change to the other side. Sí, very bien hecho. Después podemos enfocar. So looking up if you can. Shoulders are relaxed. 4 more deep breaths here, team. And I'll give you some nice breaths to finish. So arms come down, release the foot. What we'll do to start is we'll inhale, lift the shoulders, exhale, drop them. Inhale, shoulders up, exhale and drop. Few more. And now we're going to open our legs and inhale, lift up, and then exhale, bring it down. Inhale up, exhale and lower down. 4 more, please. Kids are strange, aren't they? That things they like to do. 1 more. And then just bring your arms down, shake it on out. Now we're going to head off because we've got to go and get our vaccinations for the flu. So if you didn't know, your doctor probably has it in stock, so go get the flu vaccine. Stay safe. Hope to see you tonight. If I don't see you tonight, I'll definitely be back on 9:30 Friday morning. So thanks for joining me. Like I say every time, spread the word. It's nice working out with just a couple of you, but I'd love to work out with as many people that want to work out. Okay, see you